Hey guys, we're here back in a video, and today we're going to be doing an episode of Ramblings of a WWE fan. But we're going to get this big one, I guess the elephant in every room when it comes to talking about WrestleMania, and that is the whole Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven and Nia Jax SmackDown thing. First off, I'll be real with you guys, like I said on Monday or Tuesday, I love some drama. Wrestling needs drama. I am a hardcore believer in the fact that WWE is rooted and grounded in soap opera, and they need to lean on that. But this right here, it has nothing to do with, well, I think that everything in wrestling will, if it's not a work now, it's going to be a work later. And I know that sometimes it's not true. I know sometimes there's real beef. I know that sometimes there's real issues behind the scenes. But in this situation, although it has some real elements, it for sure had to start for working. It had to be a work at the beginning. Because women have to do more in terms of developing their storylines, as y'all saw beforehand in another situation with Jade and NAOMI. Their beef was enhanced by the Twitter back and forth, the Twitter stuff that they was doing, and it was done nicely. It was done to a T, and there was no time where things turned real like right now. That's not to point any fingers, but I'm just saying this has happened and it's succeeded. It has had a success before. But going into this, it was all fun. It's all back and forth things, and the line that took everybody's, I guess, oh, this is not fun no more, going to run home and cry. That whole thing was when Jade Cargill was like to Rhea Ripley, you go ahead, cry to creative, talk to creative, because all you want to do is talk to creative, all that. That was like, okay, girl, you don't even know what to talk about, all this. And then Chelsea Green says, oh, she was replying to a post saying Rhea Ripley been to WrestleMania, has been going for titles for this amount of time, and Rhea is the example of you can be nice, da-da-da, and still be on top. She's the best, da-da-da. And Jade Cargill, when the point of where I kind of know that there might be some real elements to this is Jade Cargill was like, you can at me next time. Because it's obvious you wasn't over here praising Rhea Ripley just hours ago before this whole beef. You should start now. You just doing this now. And kept impeccable timing. So that's when things have gone on to the point where, things were said. Piper got involved, which I don't like how Piper Niven got involved. 100%. Because you have not been seen on TV. You have been recovering from an injury. Not been involved in storylines for a long, long time. But now you want to involve yourself. And even if, say this is some real beef. As a grown adult, because that's what they are. As a grown adult, if you have real life problems, and you can get their number. You can DM them, and they're going to see it. If you have that ability to do it privately, why not do it privately? And after all the back and forth with Chelsea and Piper, Rhea Ripley posts on her story, this is not a work. This is for real. You don't joke a lot. You don't joke like this. Real life, trying to break the fourth wall. I'm summarizing, guys. Y'all know who I am. I'm the summarizing master. And then that's what really was like, oh, dang, this is real. I thought that was a little too much, in my opinion. Because shortly after their whole little back and forth, we got CM Punk and Roman Reigns going crazy. CM Punk saying the line about his dad. That was consent. That was probably consensual, yes. But if we starting this beef up, you have to tell me where the line is drawn beforehand. Because that creative line was very weak, considering the fact, number one, we have a show called Unreal. There is rumors about you talking creative, even though that's not true. It's very obvious it's not true. It's very obvious. And the people that might think you're talking to creative, they're not going to stop thinking about that you're talking to creative because somebody says you don't, or because somebody says you do, that's not gonna make them do it even more. Now they're gonna continue to do it at the same rate they've been doing it because that's what they believe in their hearts. Jade Cargill could have said nothing because when it comes to a creative, and they would have still believed Rhea Ripley is talking to creative. There's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing wrong with talking to creative because they're getting your story right. I don't. The top wrestlers talk to creative. CM Punk talks to creative. Like, if you want your character not to be muddied, you're going to talk to creative. So this right here was not that much. Was not a situation where you gaying up on people, and I have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. I'm like y'all. I'm a fan. I am a fan. So I don't know what's going on, but from an outsider looking in, because that's what all we are outsiders. It's really crazy that child wanted to jump on Jade Cargill for what? Something you could have texted her about. Why are you going online saying da da da? Well, you could have had her number. You have her number. As a grown adult, you have her number. Like, that's just. If we want to really be mindful of how fans can misconstrue things, we gotta show that same grace to each other. You know, even if I'm upset, even if you did me wrong, as people that gotta work with one another, with we're putting our lives in each other's hands. If this is not a work, we're putting each other's lives in each other's hands. And I know, like, hey, da da da. I don't know if you're gonna be good enough to put that to the side when Rhea doing what she did caused more hate to go to Jade, and Jade already gets hate. So I'm just saying, if this was not a work, it was very muddy and a little bit like, okay, we're gonna lose too far. And that's not to say that Rhea had no room to be upset, because she had every room to be upset. But at the same time, at the very same time, Jade gets more hate than she gets love sometimes. Rhea Ripley, she gets hate, but she still gets more love. And me knowing that I still have more stocks in Jade Cargill, I know whatever I'm gonna say, fans gonna go crazy with, because that's what they did with Liv Morgan and her in their beef. So I just think there needs to be a little, I don't know, a little more maturity, because we gotta work with one another. It's just lives are gonna be in each other's hands. Let's make sure there's not gonna be any confusion or any, like, I don't know, stuff. And then the fan, like, not the fan page, then the dirt sheets are talking about how Rhea Ripley has the, not Rhea Ripley, how Jade Cargill gets under people's skin, and they think that she, in my opinion, as a summarizer, I think they think Jade Cargill is very confident in areas where she shouldn't be. But confidence is what's gonna help you get through the door. It's gonna help you be confident enough to learn, because confidence is number one. You can know how to do things, but if you're not confident in yourself, that means nothing. But Jade is confident. She got the red carpet treatment day one, even though she might not be as experienced and well trained in the ring. She still had that red carpet treatment, and honestly, people might not like that. And when it comes to people with strong personalities, people gotta be like, why are you so confident when da da da? They're not gonna always like it. And that's something that happens in the workplace. Something that happens in the workplace, period, point blank. People not gonna like when you are very strong willed and you're a competitive person, even though to their eyes you shouldn't be competitive and you shouldn't be confident in what you're doing. I don't know, man. Of course I'm not taking nobody's side, because at the end of the day, I don't know these people. What Chelsea Green and all them girls are alluding to about Jay, that could be 100% true. But same could the opposite be. And it's not true at all. But at the end of the day, this is a business. They ain't gotta like each other. I don't expect them to like each other. But what I kind of want to see a little bit of level of professionalism when it comes to the fact that, hey, this girl, y'all always hanging up on this girl. Y'all always, like, Jade Cargill was doing the whole beef with NAOMI. When that was started up, and she had the little video of calling the women around her wolves. Chelsea Green was talking about, imagine calling your coworkers wolves when I'm sitting around here doing this around her dogs. A hit dog holla. And she was obviously talking about her opponent because her opponent was smiling in her face but being a wolf. I'm just saying, there are certain things, if I have nothing to do with you, if I have nothing to do with what you're saying, I'm going to think, I'm looking, you must be talking about her because you're not talking about me. That's just, so I don't know. I just feel as if that's just a situation that is unfortunate because, well, if she obviously still needs room to work, why are we being upset that she's willing and confident about her ability once she gets the reps in? I say, oh, all the merry, more to marry, whatever the saying is. I'd be happy and proud for her. I'd be like, you know what, girl, you got the spunk. We just gotta get up in these reps. We just get these reps up. That's just me. That's just me. Cause I mean, NAOMI like her, so she must be a chill person. I ain't gonna lie, you don't need to know anything. But speaking of SmackDown, looks like Road Dogg is no longer in that business no more. So we'll see what the next few SmackDowns looking like, and if it was good or bad choice. A lot of people in the streets is saying is throwing parties. That's a lot of people in the streets. Me, there's good times on SmackDown sometimes. So I ain't even gonna, if I gotta attribute the bad to him, I gotta attribute the good to him too. There's some good times with him being on SmackDown. So I ain't gonna hate on him. Now, when it comes to SmackDown, Drew McIntyre better not show up. Drew McIntyre better not show up to work. And if he shows up to work, he better bring something with him, cause it ain't looking good for you. Folks are already making vignettes. People are already making edits of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton WrestleMania match. Okay, people are already making posters, and you still got the championship. Y'all, the body ain't even cold yet, and y'all making some edits. How dare you guys? How shameful. But I'll be real. I'll be fine with a Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton match. But I'll be fine with both. Genuinely, I think they're two different dynamics. One match is a match we've been asking for a very long time, and would have a little bit more heat to it if it happened then. In another match, got some big men. Got some big men going against each other. Got some big men. So I think there's two pros. There's many pros in the matches. What night it's going to take, I think, is very night one. And a lot of people were talking that saying there's a possibility of Roman Reigns the opponent not being on the night and main eventing. And I have to say, what I have to say to that is this. You know how dumb that sounds? I'm gonna need you to stop saying dumb stuff. Because with what happened, what transpired on Monday, and even TMZ talking about it, if that ain't the main event, I don't know what else is. But you guys let me know how you all are feeling about WrestleMania. I think more drama, the better. The more things going on WrestleMania time, the better. Because that just makes it all the more interesting. That just makes you feel as if there's a level of hate here. That's what made the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre story so good. Because there was a tad bit of hate that you were like, is this real or is this fake? And that's what really gets you at the end of the day. We're in 2026 and we have WWE Unreal going on Netflix. So that thin veil is slowly dripping away. But in moments where we have matches like these building up with people that might or might not like each other, you're always thinking like, ugh, I knew wrestling was real. I know it was real. Like with the hate, like that's what I like to see. I enjoy it. But you guys let me know how you guys feel. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.